Chapter 69. I didn't mean it. Losing underlings. How dare you be proud of winning a song? There are thousands of tunes I know. How many have you heard since you first gained spiritual wisdom? Ambush from 10 sides. Now, I know it too. Want to try? Broken Army sneered. Gu Chen's eyes glared. Spiritual wisdom opened early. Terrific. You know 10,000,000. And I won't, HMPH. I don't need to know how to do it. I created it myself anytime I wanted to, and I created a lot. If it wasn't for my master stopping me just now, I would have already used my own tune. No, my song now. Celestial grade zither. There is no creativity. The tunes all have to come from the outside world, and the master. Huh, you can create tunes. The Broken Army had a look of disbelief on his face. Scared, right? Gu Chen said smugly. HMPH, come on then. Let me hear your tune, your song. Broken Army stared at Gu Chen. Broken Army's expression was gloomy. Not that he was not provoked, but he wanted to test Gu Chen's success. Come on, I'm afraid of you. Listen carefully. I'll sing. Gu Chen was instantly enraged. Shut up. Gu Hai immediately let out a soft shout. Hey, master. Gu Chen looked at Gu Hai blankly. No insolence, Gu Hai droned. Grandmother Love Flower was newly mourned. Gu Hai didn't want Gu Chen's song to disturb the crowd. However, Broken Army thought that Gu Hai wanted to hide. Mr. Gu, don't stop me. This is a sparring match between me and Gu Chen. If he wants to sing, let him sing. I also want to see Mr. Gu *** Gu Chen. Just how capable he is. Broken Army shook his head to look at Gu Hai. Although the statement was polite, but, in Broken Army's tone, there was an unquestionability. Yes, master, this Broken Army is too complacent. I'll sing a song to let him know what the heavens and the earth are like. A defeated general dares to be complacent. I don't even know what he's complacent about. Gu Chen shouted at once. Gu Hai frowned. Mr. Gu, please don't stop him yet, Broken Army said with a firm face. Then, you guys find a place where no one is around, and the sound should not reach us. Gu Hai frowned. Broken Army was slightly stunned, thinking that Gu Chen's sound power later would be too strong, and would hurt these tree people. At once, he looked at Gu Chen a few points higher. Don't worry. I have the sound barrier cage here. Gu Chen and I, cutting and sparring behind closed doors, will never affect you guys. With a wave of his probing hand, a huge house flew out of his sleeve. The walls around the house were inscribed with a large number of runic formations, emitting a faint fluorescent light. A sound barrier cage. Gu Hai was slightly stunned. Not bad. The sound barrier cage isolates the internal and external sounds. Moreover, as long as Gu Chen and I enter, the gate will be closed for 2 hours, and after 2 hours, the gate will automatically open. What's more, all the sound paths in the interior won't do any substantial harm, only the collision of intentions. I'm just competing with Gu Chen in terms of intent, Broken Army said in a deep voice. Oh, no substantial damage. Just like the earlier army of Qin Dao. None of it will appear. Just tune against tune, song against song. Gu Hai was slightly stunned. Not bad. At the level of Gu Chen and I, the intent is enough to separate the strong from the weak, Broken Army said in a deep voice. Master, just let me go. This defeated man, let's see me sing and defeat him again. Gu Chen rubbed his fists and said. Singing. Gu Hai's face twitched slightly and said, all right, just don't you guys fail to compete then and have to demolish this sound barrier cage. Ha 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 ha, Mergu, don't worry. This sound barrier cage from the inside can't be broken. Gu Chen can't break it. I can't break it either. Must wait for 2 hours. Don't worry, I won't bully Gu Chen too much. We track slowly fight then. A hint of sardonic smile flashed in Broken Army's eyes. Gu Hai looked at Broken Army. I didn't mean that. Master, Gu Chen said, anxiously. Gu Hai's face twitched as he looked at Broken Army and said, Mr. Broken Army, if Gu Chen sings poorly, please bear with him. Don't be general with him. You think that Gu Chen's repertoire is too harsh and will hurt me. Want to plead for him first, so that I don't pursue the matter. Ha ha ha, Mergu, you're too confident, aren't you? A trace of impatience flashed in Broken Army's eyes. Gu Hai was once again stunned. One really didn't mean this. Master, let me extinguish this villain's flames, Gu Chen glared. Mr. Gu, don't stop me. My sound barrier cage has been taken out. It can't be taken back, Broken Army said in a deep voice. After a moment of silence, Gu Hai nodded and said, All right, Gu Chen, pay attention. Don't go too far. Don't, Mr. Gu. What I want is for Gu Chen to go all out. Otherwise I won't be honored, Broken Army immediately said in a deep voice. Gu Hai, I really didn't mean that. Go on, go on. Gu Hai was too lazy to explain anymore. Gu Chen, please. Broken Army waved his hand. Go, Gu Chen answered. The two of them stepped into the sound barrier cage. Boom. The gate closed with a bang, and immediately, an hourglass appeared above the gate. And amidst the slow leakage of sand, the gate would only open after 2 hours. Aside from Gu Hai, Master Liu Nian on the side also had his eyelids furiously jumping. Is this Broken Army a death wish? Is Gu Chen going to sing his divine song Magic Sound? On the side, Long Wanqing and Mu Chunfeng, who were in sadness, watched the two great heaven-level zithers go to compete, and the two's weeping red faces also steeply stiffened, as if they had foreseen something. On the side, Gu Chen revealed a cold smile. You guys still really think that Gu Chen can win against Broken Army? A joke. The crowd looked at Gu Chen with a look of disgust. Gu Hai looked at Gu Chen and revealed a cold smile. Whether or not I can win, what business is it of yours? When I enter the royal residence, what are you worth? Heh. What did you say? Gu Chen looked at Gu Hai with cold eyes. However, Gu Hai no longer paid any attention to it, but instead looked towards the crowd of tree people. Pack up the corpses of all the tree people. Carefully keep the corpse of the Love Flower grandmother safe, and prepare to bury her. Yes, the crowd of Love Flower tree demons immediately answered. Although the crowd of Love Flower tree demons had their dantian broken, they still quickly ran around, heading to the 4 directions, packing up the corpses of their companions. The entire Love Flower Valley was filled with an atmosphere of great sadness. Gu Hai took out some pills and gave them to Master Liu Nian and Mu Chunfeng, but their injuries were too severe to be healed in a moment. A group of Wood Rudder disciples at this moment also helped to clean up the mess. All around the fire, slowly by the Wood Rudder disciples extinguished. Rummaging through the ruins, looking for the corpses of a group of Love Flower tree demons, Gu Hai brought Long Wanqing and turned around the valley. Gu Chen had been keeping an eye on the duo, and nearly 3,000 Golden Rudder disciples were currently guarding a bunch of tree people and Wood Rudder disciples. However, the tree people had all had their cultivation wasted, so there wasn't much to worry about. Take this group of tree demons and bury them at the seashore. Look at the vast ocean, and never have to worry about the suffering of the earthly world again. Gu Hai sighed slightly. Long Wanqing nodded. Just a short distance away from Gu Hai's grand formation, a large number of Wood Rudder disciples were recruited and quickly started digging a pit. A body of a Love Flower tree demon was packed up. The crowd of tree demons, while packing, cried, looking at their friends and family in the past, who had now turned into piles of rotten wood. They were suddenly overcome with grief. Gu Chen stood on top of a mountain peak not far away, coldly watching. Grandmaster Quicksilver and Mu Chunfeng were helped over. Seeing Master Liu Nian, Gu Hai turned his back to Gu Chen and gave a wink. Master Liu Nian's expression moved as he looked at the grand formation that Gu Hai had set up in the past not far away. that cloud mist grand formation, which had previously suppressed the group of dragons, even had something from the 28th heaven and earth vertical and horizontal grand formation in it. Master Liu Nian understood it at a glance and returned a look, pretending to be in immense pain. Hallmaster, go and take care of Master Liu Nian. Master's injuries are too severe this time. Use your true essence to help him clear his meridians, so that he can get better as soon as possible, Gu Hai advised Long Wanqing. Long Wanqing nodded, walking towards Master Liu Nian. A rotten wood was packed over, as if it was a small mountain, piled up, and the side was filled with more than 2,000 weeping tree people. A large pit was dug out, just waiting for Gu Hai's order to bury all the tree people in it. Not far away, Chu Chen and the others didn't see anything unusual. When Gu Hai counted the time, almost 2 hours, he steeply narrowed his eyes slightly and turned to advise the group of weeping tree people, "Don't cry. This revenge of Grandma Loveflower, I will report it. Whoever splits her in half, I will remember it in my heart. I don't have the ability right now. When I arrive at the king's mansion, I will be able to help Grandma Loveflower avenge her death." "Many thanks, Master," the crowd of Loveflower tree demons immediately said gratefully. In the distance, Chu Chen, however, had his eyelids fluttering furiously as he coldly laughed. "I'm the one who chopped Loveflower grandmother. I'm the one who chopped her in half. So what? You can take revenge when you arrive at the royal residence. You want to seek revenge on me?" Gu Hai looked at Chu Chen and laughed coldly. "What do you think, Servant Master Chu?" "HMPH, just by you," Chu Chen sneered. "Yes, my cultivation is not as good as yours, not even close, but I have my advantages are, I can compose, I can set up formations, I can lead an army of Qingdao for your highness, I can lead an army of Qingdao to conquer the world for your highness, I can set up a great formation to meet 1,000 armies. I wonder what Servant Master Chu can do." Gu Hai laughed. Chu Chen raised an eyebrow. "Servant Master Chu is powerful. I think there should be a large number of powerful strength people under the king. You're not the first, are you? What could you be? Spy? Yes, you can be a spy. Ha 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 ha," Gu Hai said with a smile. Chu Chen coldly stared at Gu Hai. "See, the first time King Liu Yang saw me, the wood god bestowed it on me instead of you, who was loyal to him. By the way, remember that wanton remark the king made earlier. Said you were wanton, right? If you dare to point your sword at me, you are being wanton." "Know why?" Gu Hai said with a smile. Anger grew in Chu Chen's eyes. "Because, in the eyes of the king, I'll be his right-hand man. I'm a person, I'm irreplaceable. You, on the other hand, are just a detailer with a higher strength, just an eagle dog, a minion, an eagle dog that can be replaced at any time. If you dare to point your sword at me, you are committing a crime from below. Oh, Servant Chu, in the future, we'll see about the king's house, we'll see," Gu Hai said with a smile. Chu Chen's face changed. In that tone of Gu Hai's, it was filled with a bone-deep hatred. "We'll see about the later prince's mansion." This hatred was immortal. Gripping the hilt of the sword in his hand, Chu Chen exerted a point. When Gu Hai saw that Chu Chen was provoked by a wave of anger from himself, a hint of anticipation flashed in his eyes.